Assalamualaikum. My name is SALMAN and our group will present on sustainable supply chain. This is our group member and this is our group task distribution. Okay, for sustainability, it can be defined as quality that permit to preserve, to keep or to maintain. The sustainability concept is first used in the World Climate Conference in 1979 where to adopt the sustainable development where they agree there are the three pillars of sustainability, which is the environmental, economic and social. The environmental sustainability is focused on the conservation of biodiversity without foregoing the other pillars. The economic sustainability is the practice that supports long-term economic growth without negatively impacting other pillars. And the social sustainability is to identify and manage the business impact, both positive and negative, on people. Next, the sustainable supply chain can be defined as management of the environmental, social, and economic impact of goods and services, while retaining the old tradition challenge that include lowering costs, ensuring just-in-time delivery, and others. There are three components of sustainable supply chain, which is the green supply chain, transparent supply chain, and circular supply chain. Green supply chain is the concept of integrating sustainable environmental process into the traditional such as product design and material sourcing. Transparent supply chain is a project image of a business that is honest and upfront about its practices, while circular supply chain is more to refurbish and recycle of the used product. Now we go to Honda background company. It was founded by Soichiro Honda in 1946. And now the company is the world's largest manufacturer of internal combustion engine. While on Honda Malaysia, it was established in Alor Gajah on 2003. It was the Honda Sports Constant Velocity joint component factory in the world, and they have an achievement of reaching 1 million production unit milestone in 2022. Thank you.
Next, I'm going to explain the structure of supply chain management of Honda Malaysia. First is planning phase. Honda planning phase refers to developing an overall strategy for the supply chain. Thus, the planning is very crucial and need to be done in detail. Second structure is sourcing assembly part. Honda car part mostly sourced from United States, primarily from Midwestern and Southern region. The third structure is manufacturing phase. Honda has two production lines at Pago Industrial Park, Malacca, which has a production capacity of 100,000 units annually. The fourth structure is the delivery phase. Honda car delivery time can vary depending on several factors like models and demand. Next, the fifth structure is the returns. According to the Honda return policy, suppliers must take on responsibility for fixing any problem that arise if parts are not really delivered in accordance with the required standards. Next, I'm going to discuss the sustainable activities applied by Honda Malaysia and its impact. The first sustainable activity is technological advancement of packaging material. Nowadays, Honda has innovated packaging technologies to reuse containers and reduce the weight of packaging material, that's significantly reducing both waste and CO2 emission. The table below shows the previous and current evaluation of packaging technique for outer case and inner container. As we can see, the figure illustrates the packaging materials for the outer case and inner container. For both inner and outer case, it is disposed before improvement, and after practicing sustainable activities, it can be foldable and reusable. Next, the second activity is improving the transportation efficiency by increasing the truck size. Previously, Honda has used small carriers with 4-car capacity of small quality dealers. Thus, the use of large container had reduced CO2 emission by enabling the transportation of more product at once. Honda achieved reduction in CO2 emission by improving transport efficiency of completed vehicles from its factory to dealers, and at the same time, it saves the transportation cost of the organization. Next, the figure displays the previous and current transportation truck, which upgrade from 4 to 6 vehicle capacity. Then, the third sustainable activity is diversity and inclusion in job appointments. Honda proactively recruit people from different cultures, backgrounds, races, and genders to work on the same team to achieve the same goals. Moreover, Honda diversity has the potential to boost productivity while also making the company a better place to work. In addition, Honda is committed to improving a quality of life for its employees and aims to eliminate all forms of discrimination inside the company. The pie chart illustrates the composition of people all around the world working at Honda.
Now, I would like to discuss the limitation of implementing sustainable supply chain management in Honda Malaysia. This limitation can be divided into terms of economy, environment, and social. I divided this limitation by the sustainable supply chain activity that was discussed by KANAPATHY just now. From activity 1, the limitation or the problem is in terms of economy. The mechanism of packaging material, the outer casing, is changed to be foldable and reusable. This mechanism requires a high manufacturing cost. So, the overall changes in packaging material are difficult to accomplish and require a huge investment. As a way, the changes can be implemented incrementally from one branch to the next. Next is from activity 2. There are two limitations in terms of environment and economy. In view of environment, even after the transportation vehicle is upgraded from a short to a longer truck in Honda, Malaysia, there is still carbon dioxide emissions. In view of the economy, changes from the smaller truck to a larger truck will increase the cost of the truck modification. As a suggestion for both limitations, Honda can build their showroom within the car manufacturing plant to minimize truck movement. This can directly reduce the carbon dioxide emissions and the truck modification costs. And lastly, from activity 3, we can connect the limitation in terms of social. This is because Honda Malaysia appoints employees from variety of countries, background, races, and genders, which makes the communication is challenging. This can also lead to variances in work practices and decision making. As a suggestion to tackle the issue of diversity in job appointments, Honda Malaysia must appoint a well-qualified candidate who can perform a challenging work environment. Furthermore, Honda must provide a proper English language training to its employees who came from different language background to overcome the communication challenges. And that's all from us. Thank you.